Hey guys, welcome back to Milo Gains Crypto. Thanks for viewing, watching, for liking, subscribing. Appreciate you guys. Let's talk more about Stepn Go and what this game could mean for you if you join, or what it means for you if you just stick with OG. I know this has been kind of the focus of my past couple of videos, and it likely will be a focus, at least in the near term, just because I'm, for one, interested in this, and I think it is relevant for any Stepn user, whether OG strictly or OG as well as Go, or just a GMT investor. So I hope this is beneficial for you. Maybe it helps you all make your decision whether to jump onto this game or just consider further. But anyways, I wanted to begin with one of my what I would say I think is the biggest draw for me in Stepn Go. If me and Milo were to join, I think would be for this fitness level element, this gamified or extra gamified way to make sure that you're competing with yourself daily. And it probably won't just be with yourself, right? There's going to be a social element to this. So I'm sure we're going to be able to see what fitness level we're at. Maybe not. But for fitness level, the white paper discloses each user undergoes a 14-day fitness journey that mimics real-life fluctuations in terms of GGT, the Go Game token. Mystery boxes PVP, which is for your GMT earning element, and then item fragment earnings. The purpose of this fitness level system is to encourage consistent outdoor exercise by rewarding active users and motivating inactive users to become more active. So essentially, this fitness element is to incentivize daily use, consistent use, and to kind of put a negative consequence for not using, right? For Stepn OG, I could earn the same moving 5 days in a row with the same level sneaker for the same amount of energy. Whereas for Stepn Go, what you can make in 5 days is different than what you can make in 1 day, 2 days, and then like a week break, and then starting again for 1 day, 2 days. There's going to be a consequence for that. And this will be the special effects and the kind of feat or sneaker feat that you will get in turn. So, as users engage in their 14-day fitness journey, they will experience varying special effects following the order of soft feet, sore feet, and strong feet. So for soft feet, this will be your 100% earnings stage. So this stage marks the beginning of the user experience where fresh users or those returning from inactivity start. So fresh users, or you've used before but you haven't moved in some time, and you begin again. This user will progress through the fitness journey by using at least 2 energy each day and getting 100% of your earnings. And then number 2 is sore feet. So the name indicates that you've been at it for a little bit now and your feet are sore. And this will be 50% to 150% earnings. After progressing for a few days, the user will experience a reduction in earnings, decreasing to as low as 15%, right? Because your feet are sore, you're getting weaker. And there's a earning weakness to translate to that soreness, so to speak. However, if they continue to progress, their earnings will increase to 150%. So just as with regular soreness, as long as you persevere, build up that muscle, that stamina and endurance, you find your feet no longer sore, but even stronger. And so we see higher earnings to correlate with that physical metaphor. And then strong feet is 150% earnings. So by the 14th day of using 2 energy each day, right? This is that 14-day fitness journey, so it's going to be in these 14-day stretches. The user will reach the strong feet stage and earn 150% earnings. They will maintain the strong feet status as long as they consume 2 energy every 5 consecutive days. Otherwise, they will start to regress back to sore feet. And then there are 2 extreme special effects. And that the first one is paper feet, and this is if a user is inactive for more than 60 consecutive days, they will receive the paper feet effect, which results in a 90% reduction in earnings. So you read that right, you hear me right. If you are not playing this game after having downloaded, after building up a certain inventory, you cannot just start and earn 100% of earnings if you've been ghosting Stepn Go for 60 days. This 90% reduction in earnings will go directly into the S pool. To revert to the soft feet status, the user must then use 120 energy in 30 days. So you have 30 days to use this much energy. And to get that, you have to burn sneakers, right, to get your energy each day. While under the paper feet effect, they cannot sell or transfer any assets until the end is lifted. So this is pretty intense right here. So maybe you haven't played, right, 60 consecutive days because you're not sure of Stepn Go, but now you're like, okay, I'm all the more unsure, so now I'll sell, right? Or at least that's the thought. But with paper feet, your inactivity will not allow you to sell or transfer anything until effect is lifted. So as soon as you do want to sell, you have to minimally use 120 energy in 30 days. So play Stepn Go to just then be able to sell. So this is pretty clever, let's say. It does not allow for, throwing a ton of sneakers or gems on the market just because you're uninterested, at least right away. You could be uninterested, but even with your disinterest, you must at least be interested to use for at least 120 energy in 30 days. Then you could totally jump ship after that. And then the positive motivator, diamond feet. If a user remains active and uses 2 energy daily for 1,000 days without fitness level regression, so 2 energy daily for 1,000 days, that's 3 years roughly, they will receive a permanent diamond feet effect. This effect exempts the user from paper feet, sore feet, and soft feet effects, providing a significant long-term incentive for consistent activity. So diamond feet translated is use this app for 3 years straight, 2 energy daily for 3 years straight, and you're exempt from any consequence. So it's a loyalty reward. Just be on this app every day, 3 years, 10 minutes a day of use, and then you're good. Maybe you get bearish on Stepn later and then you want to sell or be inactive and then active for 30, 60, 90-day stints. Nothing will affect your earnings or your ability to sell or transfer your assets. So that's a rundown of the white paper as it reads today. It's June 3rd, 2024. As we know with Stepn, some stuff can get modified on the white paper. Maybe these percentages can change. Maybe the days change. Maybe there's some other exceptions to the rule here. Time will tell, and I'll try to keep myself updated on any of these changes, potential changes. So I didn't only find this intriguing because of the self-competition / financial penalty that can be in place if you aren't consistent, but I'm always asking myself with Stepn Go, how does this impact Stepn OG positively or negatively perhaps? And something that I overlooked and didn't really think about when it came to GMT burning, and I know I mentioned it, that you have to burn GMT to level up, but we have to remember to obtain energy in this game, you have to burn sneakers, right? So when we read that you have to use 2 energy daily or 2 energy every 5 consecutive days, that is going to require sneaker burning. And to mint sneakers, you have to level sneakers up, right? And you can't mint sneakers until level 10. And to get to level 10, there are 2 stages minimally where GMT burning will be required. And that's level 4 to level 5 and level 9 to level 10, right? And that's daily energy to avoid these consequences that we're reading here. The consequence of paper feet or going back to soft feet if you restart. So I think this is actually pretty incredible. Incredible in the sense of, wow, this is going to also be a huge GMT burning mechanism. And we don't know what this GMT count is, right? It could be 1 GMT to go from 4 to 5, could be 5, could be 10. And then from 9 to 10, that could be 10, 20, 30 GMT burned. So I think this is pretty great, not only for Stepn Go for just gamifying the move to earn all the more. But it's going to be awesome for Stepn OG, right? Anything that chips away at this GMT is good for Stepn OG. Again, I know this is more for the comfort GMT earning strategy, but I mean, it could positively impact GST as well. Should there still be a demand for minting and level up on OG and all the other fun things that GST is needed for. So yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on this fitness level aspect of Stepn Go? Is this something that draws you more to the idea of Stepn Go? Does it kind of deter you? Do these consequences seem too high, right? Is it going to cost too much of you to stay in, right? With all the sneaker burning required, or you having to purchase sneakers on the market to get that daily energy, we still don't know what these sneakers are going to be priced at, right? How much GGT or GMT? I got to check to see if they're going to be priced at GGT or GMT. But regardless, for their overall dollar amount, will they be so expensive that you just have to continue just to reinvest your profits and have a smaller net earning to play the game? And even if that is the case, even if your earnings are, let's say, less than Stepn OG, does this extra gamified element keep you in? Or does that idea of diamond fee after 3 years kind of justify how many sneakers in Stepn Go you're willing to burn to get that daily energy to hit that 3 years? I do like seeing this 1,000 days because it does show the confidence that the team has in Stepn for the long term, right? This is them essentially saying, oh, we're going to be here 3 years from now. This should be after the bull market, ideally, right? I expect 3 years from now we'll either be in the middle of a bear market if the 4-year cycle is true, or give or take some months, 6 months, whether we're closer to the worst of the bear or nearing the bull. 1,000 days is a statement that says we're here to stay and we will be here. And I'm sure this is what investors look at as well, right? They're reading this white paper, or at least someone from these investors teams got to be seeing this long-term vision. Wouldn't be surprised if Adidas is privy to Stepn Go and what the team wants to do, not only this month, next year, but 3 years, 5 years from now. Overall, I like this. I think it would be cool to also integrate something like this in Stepn OG, maybe not to this exact white paper specificity, but hey, Stepn OG, you move for 30 days straight or 60 days straight, there's some extra reward, right? You get some extra GST or GMT, an extra mystery box perk. I don't know. I'm not a developer, but I feel like it can't be as much work as starting an app from ground zero, like I'm sure Stepn Go is. But I can't imagine that updating Stepn OG with a 30-day perk, 60-day perk, 90-day perk is incredibly difficult. Maybe it is, and maybe it isn't, but all the developer side is going to Stepn Go right now, and they want all those gamified draws to be with Stepn Go for onboarding. And then Stepn OG is kind of this GMT farm and badge earning game, which I still enjoy and I'm still confident in. I'm hopeful for this next year. Hope to see some great price action from GMT. I'd like to see GST hit that 10 cents again, maybe this year, maybe this summer. We'll see. I'd like to see even higher should the floodgates open and investors want to send GST to maybe $1 billion market cap instead of that 154 million all-time high back in 2022. Well, we're all here for the ride together. We're all here stepping together, and we will see what happens for all of our tokens, as well as for GGT to come, if any of you will invest in GGT or Stepn Go. All right, you guys, that's all I have for today. Hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully I read everything right. Talk to you next time. Have a great morning, afternoon, or night. Take care.